On this channel, we only give you updates that concerns Chelsea and Chelsea alone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Welcome to Blues TV, where we give you guys updates that concerns Chelsea and Chelsea alone. I'm not alone. I'm with the man himself, Big Dave.
Thank you.
Yes, but before we start, we want to push back to the match on Saturday because Dave was not here to give his own quarter of what happened on Saturday. So, Dave, how do you feel? What was your feeling and what do you observe?
Okay, thank you. First of all, Chelsea did not deserve to win that game. To be honest with you, Chelsea didn't deserve to win the game. I think we are just lucky to salvage those 3 points. And this is one of the things that makes you a big team. Sometimes some games can be very tough. It can be very tough by every means possible. You can show out everything you have, and you will not still succeed in the game.
Yeah.
So I'll just say it's one man brilliance.
Yeah.
Introducing Sancho into the game. I keep telling Chelsea fans that when I see a good player, I know one.
Yeah.
When I see a good player, I can just detect. So Chelsea needed that kind of winger that will come and dribble and cut into spaces and just open up that low block that Bournemouth was playing. Yeah. And Sancho did that very well, which I really am impressed with him. Okay. So Chelsea did not, apart from that, Chelsea didn't deserve to win that game. Sanchez and Sancho, and probably I'll just put him out there, Nkunku, was the people who saved Chelsea in that game. And kudos to them. But they didn't deserve. We were lucky to come out with the 3 points.
Okay. So we are lucky. And we have gotten the 3 points. So Liverpool was not lucky.
They were not.
Liverpool, we are not lucky. All right, let's spill out some truths.
Okay.
The last time we made a show like this, talked something like this, that the truth must be told.
Yeah.
Some people came to the comment section, hit on us, but even at that, we just have to say it based on our own opinion.
Yeah.
You understand? We learn every day and we observe every day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch that Chelsea game. If you observe Madueke and you observe Palmer and you observe Jackson, I don't know, but I did not see the connection between those 3 players first half. Still on the first half too. And if you observe these 3 players, they want to play individual football, not teamwork.
Yeah.
Madueke want to say, I want to be the star boy for the day. Jackson want to try his best when we know that normally he will not try. Instead, he end up messing things up for himself. And Palmer, he wants to retain that level of football last season, this season. And you said something last season that even though this season comes, that we should not expect much from Kopama this season. But if he does much, fine. But that Bournemouth game, I observed something. He holds onto the ball for a very long time.
Well, this just takes me back to I think that was last season.
Yeah.
There was a game. I think it was the Everton game that they had a penalty, and these 3 set of players, we are dragging the penalty on who will play it. If I'm not mistaken, Kopama, Madueke, and Jackson.
Yeah.
These 3 players. And you see, this is one thing about you being a good coach. You need to be able to control these guys. You need to be able to instill discipline on these guys and also tell them that this is teamwork. This is teamwork. Come on. This is teamwork. As you know, we talk a lot about Jackson and talk a lot about Madueke. But let me just talk a bit on Kopama. I understand that he's this kind of player that wants to replicate what's even more than he has entered the Ballon d'Or nominations. And for a player like that, he just wants to climb higher and higher. But I'm afraid to say so. In a club like Chelsea right now, where we have so many players that can hit the form at any time, you might not only be the star player in that team. You cannot be the star player in that team. We have a lot of players that are ready to step up. You understand? Now Sancho is here. If you have Felix, we have Neto. Any of them can pick up forms. Jackson, Madueke, any of them can pick up form. And you don't expect the team to be built around you.
Just like last season.
Just like last season. You understand? So just play for the team. you might not be making your assist or even scoring your goals, but if you impact the game, it will not go unnoticed. It's only people that are blind or people that don't just want to banter Chelsea that will say, okay, Kopama is not a good player because he did not replicate the amount of goals he scored last season for the assist. No,
he's a good player.
Anybody who watches Kopama will know that this guy is talent, is world class. So just calm down and enjoy your football. Play with the guys. Have fun on the pitch, and don't make it individual. I'm not because Madueke. We always talk about Madueke and Jackson, and these ones they are for sure. They always play individual football. They want to be the center of attraction in the team. But this is something new we are noticing from Kopama, and we need to talk about it. You understand? So
we can't hide our mouths.
No.
The same way we hit on Jackson, we can also as well hit on any player in Chelsea.
So you should just. So I know some people will say, "It's just for that game. It's not just for that game." But
if you observe the Crystal Palace game, he did the same thing. He wanted to be the star man there, but sometimes it doesn't work like that.
You have your good days and your bad days. That's just one thing about football.
Saka. What makes Arteta always pray that Saka doesn't go injuries because of Saka is a team man.
Yes.
It's not like he doesn't bring out some individual brilliance, but you see that teamwork.
Yes, it's just there.
It's just there.
Rooted into the team.
Saka is all about let my team be there.
People talk about Arsenal and say Saka is their main man. I don't even see it like that. When I look at Arsenal, I don't even see a star man.
Yes,
I will be honest with you.
Because they have Odegaard, they have Martinelli. I
don't see a star player because all of them
even in Man City.
All of them are just working for the common goal.
The results.
So you can't really. One time I was watching one podcast and somebody was saying Saka is the main man in Arsenal. I don't see it like that. I understand, yes, Saka is doing very well, but there are other players that are also doing well at Arsenal. And it's more of
teamwork. Even Man City. It's more of teamwork.
So, I don't know. These players, they should just, like I said, have fun with yourselves. Play football. Play like a Barcelona type of football. Definitely under Guardiola, during Guardiola's period in Barca, we had, of course, you can't take it away from Messi. He was a star man, but there were people that were cooking the team there.
Yeah, exactly.
They were cooking the team. Then Messi
and making the work easier
for Messi. So this is just my area of contemplation. He's a very fantastic player,
and that is what affected PSG when they signed star men. Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. They had so many of them in Di Maria and PSG. All of them wanted to show individual brilliance, my record, my own kind of football, forgetting about the team. So Parma needs to just be Parma for us. Just like the way he did last season. He played with the team, but still yet he was still showing some individual brilliance. But right now, that last game, it was just, I know people will say, okay, I know he said in the mark him.
But they will mark every other player.
They will mark every other player.
It's not, that one is not even an excuse. As long as you're a player, they must mark you. You must be marked. You understand? It's just about him being himself, the person that we always know or we have known. And for him to have to do away with this mentality that this season, yes, you want to do better than the way he did last season, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you will score the same amount of goals. Doing better doesn't mean that you will score more goals. It can be in another context. You understand? It can be winning a trophy for the club. Last season, Kopama didn't win any trophy for Chelsea.
Yes, this season they're supposed to work together and win a trophy.
You can do that.
To work together, you get yourself to the Champions League.
Yes.
Big stage.
So this kind of things are what I would say are a higher level of achievement for him. Yes. Instead of scoring more goals or making more assists. That can also come in. During the season, it can also come in. So for me,
Harry Kane has been scoring goals, winning gold inputs. What has he achieved? Apart from personal awards, what has he? It's not because of trophy he went to Bayern Munich.
And the trophy they didn't win it last season.
Do you understand? So these guys just need to work together. Yeah. This one is just based on personal opinion and observation. What we observe might be different from what you observe. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
Then also, some people are like, Mr. Peter, calm down. That why am I hitting on Enzo Fernández like this? I'm not hitting on Enzo Fernández. You understand? But truth be told, if Enzo Fernández was in that game, are we going to get any? Are we going to feel his impact?
Chelsea were likely to have still struggled if Enzo Fernández was in that game. They would have still struggled. You know why? Because we are playing we were playing against a highly physically aggressive team.
Exactly.
If you notice what during my previews about that game, I said Chelsea don't underestimate Bournemouth. When you come to Stamford Bridge, yes, we can expect a whole lot, but Bournemouth in their home, they are highly aggressive. They will do the same thing to Man City. They will do the same thing to Arsenal. Most of all these big teams, when they are playing at home, they will disturb them. So Enzo Fernández, I don't think you'll be able to match that energy when it comes to the physicality. Yes, people complain that Vega didn't really do much in the game.
Yeah.
But at least the physicality was matched in that game with Vega. So we should have still disturbed if Enzo Fernández was in that game. So people should stop. Okay, even the creativity that everybody is saying that, oh, Enzo Fernández would have created. What about the other games? How many creations did he make? How was his creativity in other games? That is what you judge. I'm not trying to talk down on Enzo Fernández. Maybe if he was introduced in the second half, probably before the game ended, he would have made some one or two things. But just saying that Enzo Fernández, I don't want to use an example. There's one example of that Fizball that have been oversensitive anyways. but let me not use it, Sha. But then, Enzo Fernández in that game won't guarantee the creativity in that midfield.
But come to think of it, this Enzo Fernández, I'm not trying to criticize him. I'm not criticizing him. I like Enzo very much. When I see Enzo and Casado, it reminds me of Fabregas and N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The best game Enzo gave me, apart from playing under Graham Potter, was the Liverpool game last season, opening game, when we have not signed Moses Casado.
Yeah.
Is it that the position that Enzo is playing is not giving him that space to do his thing? Or he's not utilizing it well, or he's not allowing him to make good moves? Or are we to push Enzo Fernández to Moses Casado position, then bring back Casado to Enzo Fernández position?
Oh, well, first of all, just like I keep saying, what makes you a world-class player is that you have this level of versatility. You can play in different positions. Because you can never know what's happening in the team. The coach can decide to tweak and put you in a position that you've never played before.
Exactly.
What makes you world-class is that even while they put you in a position that is not your natural position, you still perform.
Yeah.
You give us the good performance. But with Enzo, it's quite different. Everybody knows that Enzo is a good six. Six that when you talk about where Casado is playing now, for example, that is Enzo's position. But now, we've said it before that he's vulnerable in terms of the counter attacks.
Exactly, because he
in
doesn't
defending,
mark,
he doesn't really know how to mark, and he doesn't have that pace to recover or to win balls. He doesn't really make good interceptions. These are the things that you need for a good six. But the passing is there, quite all right. The passing is there. So it's just a question of how Maresca can take the risk, because it's all about Enzo now. If you want Enzo to play very well, you put him in that Caicedo's position, play him as the 6, then play Caicedo as a box-to-box as the 8. They just take the risk. Now it's up to the defenders, the center-backs, if they can be able to cover up for Enzo Fernández. But if you want to see the best of Enzo, it's that 6th position. That place Caicedo plays.
Wow.
So that is how I feel. Maybe Maresca should just take the risk if he can. Maybe probably we just test it in one game and see how it works for us.
All right. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Then talking about Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto has played as a left winger for like 3 games right now. I've not really feel his impact like that. And it seems like Maresca normally just when he goes out, what he did for the come out. Do you feel that left wing is limiting Neto instead of him playing from the right?
Well, if it's just the same thing I just said now about Enzo Fernández, you have to be versatile. But in that case, just like if you want to see the best of Pedro Neto, I think most people feel
it's from the right.
That is from the right place. So you should just probably the coach should just be able to use him at the right wing. But I'll still keep to my word. You have to be versatile. Come on. You have to be able to play at most 3 positions in a team. That is what training is for. I bet you if Cucurella had played that right back position was it Saturday? Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
He would have performed.
That's true.
He would have been able to cover at least defensively. I'm not saying that he should probably attack or make all those passes, but defensively, that place would have been secured.
Exactly.
This is what we keep saying. You understand? So, I don't know. It's left to the coach. If you probably use him at his favorite right position. But we have a lot of competition there right now. Although Madueke too, I don't even know. It's just off and on. It's off and on, kind of. So, use him at his favorite position and let's see what we can get out of him. Results is what matters.